So this session is gonna be about teaching you guys the entry criteria. I will not talk about bias. I will not talk about any other thing. Just when you have framed like the first two steps of my model, like you have a clear bias, clear direction, when you have clear expectation of higher time frame candles expanding towards the draw, higher time frame candles expanding towards the draw, towards the clear objective, this step would come then, the lower time frame step. I will not cover the higher time frame step now because that are already covered in the previous lessons. Okay, just talking about entry criteria here. Now, to me, only two swings are backed by one single high time frame candle. Okay, and as suppose from here you have a bullish bias and you want to frame bullish candles to the objective, you would frame bullish candles, OLHC candles towards the draw, right? So you then want to frame singular higher time frame candles towards the objective. ये better है. Recording on है. Yes. Desktop audio on भाई मेरी ऑफ ही रहने दो ना. हाँ ठीक है. So rejoin. Are other people able to hear my voice? So yes, I can hear. Okay, good Josh. ये रेस क्या होता है भाई? अच्छा. So you then want to frame singular high time frame candles towards the draw. So then you want to frame these high time frame OLHC by low time frame MMXM. That is my model basically. After you have a clear expectation on higher time frame, that higher time frame candles should form OLHC from there. Then comes the other part of my model, which is framing high time frame OLHC using low time frame MMXM. I am not talking about intermediate time frame thing here because that isn't the session for it. Just low time frame entry. I am assuming you have done all the steps. Then this last step comes, low time frame entry by low time frame MMXM. Now recall the MMXM concept: smart money reversal, first stage, intermediate term, low, this, that. Okay, now you want to align that with high time frame singular candles. High time frame open low, high close, high time frame open, this second candle open low, then high close, establish low, this blue thing, this blue marked point, establish low, open low, establish low, displacement away. That's how I teach. But then how would you frame entries? To me, I can only trust two swings. If bullish, I can only trust two swing lows in a high time frame candle. If bearish, I can trust only two swing highs in a bearish candle. Which are those two swings? The established low of the candle, like this is the established low to me. Open low, relevant point hit, relevant level, displacement away, forming order block. This is an established low. This would be first criteria for entry when you have clear expectation on the high time frame for the objective. I would not use this to have a bias, to frame a bias. Okay, you would use the high time frames or the previous concepts already taught in the mentorship to frame bias first. This is the last step. You never want to use this for bias. Okay, this is just the confirmation or validation of that bias going down to the entry. Entry is the last step. Intermediate time frame, high time frame, you wanna be in alignment with them, then low time frame. Suppose I am supposing you are already in alignment with them, then this is an valid entry. First swing which is backed by high time frame candle is the established low of the high time frame candle itself. This entry after the order block is confirmed, then you want to frame this candle as well to the objective. Open low, established low below relevant key level, displacement away, forming order block. Then this is the another entry of the second candle. I have only talked about first swing backed by high time frame candle, which is the established low of the candle. If this is an bullish example, if bearish, then established high type example. So first entry is clear, established low, then order block formation, established low, then order block formation. established low of high time frame candle. This first entry is clear. I don't know why not now. You need to close Discord, quit it from here, then rejoin again. Now, what is the criteria for second entry? If you people remember, I talked about EQ a previous days ago. I taught you people EQ that if the next candle is gonna continue towards the objective, it should respect the EQ of previous candle. So the next entry criteria is based upon anticipation of the EQ. Once this entry is formed, suppose you missed this or you don't want to take this, you aren't like having too much conviction on this, then you want to use this for a framework, not an entry, as you then know if this candle is going to expand till the objective, right? Then this low should be held, and the EQ of the candle which is currently forming in the low time frame, right, hasn't formed. It looks like formed here yet, but hasn't formed on the high time frame. Then you wanna use EQ of this candle, right? EQ from the lowest. Then you anticipate till where the candle could close. Just a second. Till where the candle could close, right? You are anticipating the EQ of the candle using low of the candle, and supposing if candle could close here, and then you see a continuation entry like this continuation entry, sweep of a relevant level, tag of a relevant level, another order block formation, and if that anticipation of your EQ aligns with that low, that swing rests below EQ, the EQ of your anticipation. I am saying again anticipation because the candle wouldn't have closed till then, right? Like at the time of order block, this order block formation, the candle wouldn't have closed. You're anticipating if this low would be below EQ of the candle by the time the candle closes. Candle closes here, right? Closes here. So this swing is backed by EQ, is below EQ. So if price is gonna continue in the next candle, then this should stay protected, right? So this is the next entry criteria. The second swing backed by an high time frame candle. Two swings backed by an high time frame candle. First is the established low in itself. Second is an established second low, protected low, resting below EQ. This is resting below EQ. So one swing, second swing. Using this for another candle as well. Suppose you use this entry for framework or you missed this, then you wanna use continuation entry backed by EQ of high time frame candle. That EQ you would use anticipation type of EQ, right? That EQ wouldn't have been confirmed, picking the low, then saying like there is a chance of a protected low forming there. You would not rest any low that rests below EQ, obviously using MMXM logic, protected lows or protected swings thing, aligning it with EQ anticipation of the EQ of the high time frame candle. Like if this order block forms, closes above there, and price displaces somewhere here, would this swing come below EQ of this high time frame candle? If yes, then this swing is backed by the high time frame candle. The lowest established swing is backed by high time frame candle. The EQ continuation entry is backed by high time frame candle. Vice versa here. So this may look complicated at first. I would show two examples, and you people would need much experience over this to get this into your head properly. So any doubts? I guess so you should have some doubts. Or it may be clear as well. So should I hop on to examples or should I explain it again? Okay, let's go over examples. Okay. So first example, I would not talk about bias here. I will not talk about intermediate time frame profiling, high time frame profiling, as this is in the right session for it. But still giving a quick overview, like here, just using the daily candle, 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. Daily candle looks like open high, established high, over daily open, unestablished lows here. So daily OHLC kind of logic, open high, right? So then I want to be in alignment with daily candle, high time frame OHLC, 6 a.m. H4 open high, established high here, intermediate time frame profiling for 6 a.m. H4 candle on M15, open high, displacement away. So you can trust this high being backed by H4 candle, right? Displacement away. So now you wanna trade away from here. Now my model comes into play using OHLC of this candle, after after a established reversal point has been made, using OHLC of this candle 830 using OHLC of this candle 845 right till here, and ultimately till here, unestablished low of the day, right? So how would you frame? Using low time frame MMXM in here, high time frame expectation, price expanding away from here, framing singular high time frame candles, expanding towards the objective. Now how would you frame it? Using lower time frame MMXM, two entries, two swings are backed by high time frame candle, established low in itself, if bullish, if bearish then established high, and the swing backed by EQ, obviously the protected swing, not any swing. B, price shows an established low of the candle, then price makes a random low, and you think this is gonna stay protected even if it is backed by EQ. This is not gonna stay protected, to me at least. Not any random low. It should meet the criteria of protected swings as well. Then aligning the EQ thing. Okay, then going into low time frame in here, framing high time frame OHLC using low time frame MMXM, M15 OHLC on M1, high time frame candle open high, established high. You can use this as an entry, or after order block formation. After this order block formation, or you can use this as a framework. If you are not able to trust this, then you want to use continuation entries, right? This sweep of a high and closure below here, this is a continuation entry. But for continuation entries, you wanna use EQ of the candles, right? EQ of this candle, but this wouldn't have been confirmed after this closure, right? Candle would be still forming, right? So how would you know? Using EQ of the anticipation thing. Like if this closes below, right, this is already above EQ, and I am thinking of expansion lower, so it would expand till here at least. So this high, this swing rests above EQ, so it should stay protected. If the next candle is gonna go bearish, why it should stay protected? Because if I am having a same bias, bearish till for the next candle, so next candle should next candle should respect the EQ of this, and a swing, protected swing resting above should stay protected. This is the logic behind it. So continuation entry, if you miss this or use this for validation, don't trust it immediately, then this is the continuation entry. Protected swing into relevant level, order block formation, continuation entry. So you want to use EQ to your advantage. नहीं पीछे नहीं होना भाई, sorry. then you want to use EQ to your advantage, EQ from the established high or high of the candle, then anticipating where could EQ be, right? This is candle is still in formation 8:36, the candle closes at 8:45, so this candle is an expansion candle, so I can expect EQ to be here, candle closing to be around here, at least 1-2 candles displacing away from here, so this is clearly resting above EQ then, right? So this is a second entry. If you don't take this, right, then this is an entry for you to the objective, obviously. So this is clear. Now would use the EQ thing. Now surely that EQ wouldn't be confirmed because you don't know exactly until the candle closes that where the EQ would be, right? Now see, why should this stay protected? If the next candle is gonna expand lower as well to the objective, the EQ of this candle should stay respected. Now this swing is clearly backed by EQ. Even this swing is backed by EQ, right? So you can even use this as a terms of entry, but I wouldn't have preferred in the live market. Why? Because at this time I don't know if price gonna, where is price gonna close in this candle. So this high doesn't, this was an SMT by the way, so this high, this swing into relevant POI, this FVG, I don't think price goes much away from it, and I don't think that this comes above EQ, so I don't trust it that much. It was only after that price did close here in the high time frame candle, so then only this swing would come below EQ. Otherwise in the live market I wouldn't have known about it, right? So only trusting the obvious swings which would come above EQ when bearish, obviously it would come above EQ, that kind of swings, right? Even if this candle closed here, this swing was still above EQ, right? But price closed here clearly above EQ, so this should stay protected, right? Now a bit better, I would give a bullish example as well. Now for the next candle, this was an established high, SMT with current high of the candle, but no continuation entry in there for me at least, because when price closes here, neither a relevant level to me, and using this as the high of the candle and EQ, this high is clearly not backed by EQ, and being so close to the objective, why would I want to take another entry? So trusting this high as the established high, SMT their displacement away, one entry, two entry mainly. Now this EQ thing is bit more clear, right? Using anticipation, like where could price close in this candle and where would the EQ of current candle be, and so if this swing would come below EQ if bullish and above EQ if bearish, this protected swing. Clear now? Every high time frame candle you are having an expectation for expansion. भाई मैं इंग्लिश में ही करता हूँ सर. Clear bowl? अच्छा boy, sorry. If you people have any doubts, or else I will go over the next example. तो वो बोल रहा है यहाँ तो पूरा इंग्लिश में ही कर लो, तो पूरा इंग्लिश में ही है भाई, और कोई है? So the next example is here. This is a bullish example. Daily profile, open low, daily candles profile open. I would show you the H1 to you guys. candle open here, daily candle where around here, open low into a relevant swing, displacement away. So thinking daily OLHC, previous H4 candle swept out a low kind of, then you want to frame till current established high, framing this 10 a.m. H4 candle using intermediate time frame profiling. You have a bias for 10 a.m. H4 candle, right? This would be the minimum draw, then the current high of the day. I am taking till the minimum draw at least. You can even take it to the ultimate draw as well. Okay, now intermediate time frame profiling, H4 open low high close. Now this looks like intermediate time frame profile is aligned, right? Open low into relevant key level, displacement away. So you want to frame candles expanding away from it. This, right? This as well to the objective. 10:15 and 10:30 OLHC. How would you frame? Using low time frame. Have an expectation on the high time frame of candles expanding towards an objective. Candles expanding towards an objective using low time frame to frame them. M15 high time frame using M1 low time frame. So this was 10:15 candle. Establish low below 10 a.m. 10 a.m. open low, establish low, displacement away. Now this candle 10:15. This 10:15 candle forms a low, but not an established low. This is the low of the 10:15 candle. So you may trust it, may not. So I was using this closure as a framework and not as a means of entry, right? So then price comes, sweeps the low, and then forms this order block. Now this seems like a protected swing, but with the continuation entry, you want to use EQ logic from the current low of the candle to a point where you would expect the candle to close at least. 10 a.m. being an expansion candle, open low, I would expect 10:15 to at least close till here around there. So this low is protected, swept out a low, immediate displacement away, forms order block, and is backed by EQ logic as well. So even if price closes here, this low stays below EQ of this candle. This candle hasn't closed. I am anticipating where could this high time frame candle close. If closes around here, then this EQ, this swing low, protected swing stays below EQ. So this should stay protected if the next candle is gonna expand as well. Using EQ of this candle, EQ should stay respected, right? So this is a continuation entry. Like I personally wasn't okay framing this, so I used it as a framework to then frame the continuation entry. So you would then take this till here, or maybe till the max objective as well. Obviously partials in the way to does the candle close? The candle closes here. मैंने लाइनें क्यों मिटा दी? See, the candle, high time frame candle closes here. So this low is clearly backed by EQ, right? You were anticipating it. It wasn't clear. So you would need experience. I would tell you guys to like practice it before directly using this EQ logic continuation entry, because you could get stopped out very often. You would need much experience with these entries. Now next candle as well, establish low, displacement away. Next candle, establish low, displacement away. Trusting this as the low of the candle, swept out current low of the candle. So first entry criteria, this was second entry criteria using continuation entry backed by EQ logic. This was first entry criteria using the established low of the high time frame candle, open low, sweeping out current low of the candle, forming established low, forming order block. So this is the first entry criteria. Then let's see if it gave any continuation. Yes, into this level, or you can use this order block as well, then close above here. So can you take this continuation? But for continuation entries, you wanna make them being aligned with EQ of the high time frame candle you are in. So 10:45. So by the time this order block forms, this low is already below EQ, and you are having an expectation of price expanding till here, so you would expect price expanding till around here at least. So clearly this low rests below EQ, right? So this entry valid as well, this entry valid as well, this entry, this entry, and this entry, the best entries. And let's see, where did the candle close? Close here. So where does the EQ come? Using till the high, EQ comes here. So is this low backed by EQ? Yes, resting below into relevant key level displacement away. You can use this entry using the established low, then using this continuation entry using EQ. So if price gonna go higher from there, it should respect this EQ of the high time frame candle, and this should stay protected. You can even get stopped, but that would be valid stop out to me at least. And this is the case, it stops you out, and this is a valid stop out to me at least. Now how much RR it would have given you regardless if you are using this 2R, so partials maybe easily, right? But the main entry would be here. This is clear now. That's our narrative. क्या narrative? अच्छा native. हाँ तो हिंदी बोलो नहीं क्या भाई, आप क्या चाहते हो? मैं हिंदी नहीं भी बोलूँगा. So I should wrap up the session, or should I give more examples? Don't ask for more examples, please. I don't have any. And I will not be posting anything from today's session, just recording. I will not be posting any images from today's session in here, because how do I post? Like this anticipation thing, how would someone get by an image? Because if I use this here, people will say, where is the EQ? Like, it is here, why are you using here? This is anticipation. This can be only understood by watching. That's why I am not sharing this. So no doubt, so I should EQ logic. You want to use EQ logic on high time frame candles where you have expectation of high time frame candles clearly expanding towards a drop. Now, as I told, I won't explain when you should expect high time frame candles to expand towards a drop, because that was being taught in the previous session. This session was about when you already have a clear expectation of a high time frame candle expanding towards a draw, like I did have here. Like this candle and this candle should expand till the objective using high time frame OHLC intermediate time frame profiling. Only then I would look for entries in here, and then here using high time frame OHLC intermediate time frame profiling, price should expand away from here. Open now I close, open now I close on intermediate time frame. Then I would have an expectation of this candle expanding, this candle expanding, this candle expanding. Then I would use low time frame in here. I didn't mean to explain this logic as well, but anyhow I gave. So using EQ of the candles which are supposed to expand towards an objective, and price should respect the EQ along the way to the objective, EQ of those candles. So now clear? इसे रहने दे ऐसे ना, चुप रहो आप, बहुत मुश्किल से ये दो ढूंढी थी मैंने. Okay, so I would end the recording.